Welcome back, YouTube. You are joining me on 2 rest days, 2 rest days in a row, which was very much needed. Listening to my body, got some dodgy forearms. I don't really know why, just annoying, really. I think that's bodybuilding, isn't it? You feel like you get a right old run of things, and then you'll be fine for a while. Then you get a run of things. So yeah, just feeling a little bit beat up. So double rest day, back in for legs tomorrow. So yeah, looking forward to that, mate. When I lose my training routine, it's like my structure goes out the window. Madness. I have to be like really efficient. Anyway, as you've probably seen by the title of this video, I am going to be going over what is best for you in terms of like a meal plan, macro tracking, or intuitive eating. Now, obviously, if you want to look after your physique and you want to stay, healthy, this isn't just for like how you look. This is like how you feel physically. Yeah, food isn't just what we look like; it's our health inside of us. What's best for you, and I think this is you're gonna have to take all of these with a pinch of salt because it's very dependent on who you are as a person and your goals. So, a bodybuilder's goal, for instance, is a lot more demanding, should we say, of a diet than someone who's just trying to eat healthy, not particularly worried about gaining or losing weight. Okay, so two totally different outcomes there. So you have to take that into consideration. So you might not get a right or wrong answer. Is there a right or wrong answer? I don't know. But there is some pros and cons, and I want to go over them with you and help you make your mind up. Because you can do all three, and I've done all three, and it's changed over the years of what I prefer. So, yeah, again, goal dependent though, right? My goals at the moment are very specific. I want to do really well at bodybuilding. I'm going to have to track absolutely everything and keep it as consistent as possible. So, let's go over meal plan first, because that is what I am currently using. Now, a meal plan for me, honestly, has been a game changer. So I am someone who is fully food focused. Like, I'm a greedy boy. I enjoy my food. I live to eat. I don't eat to live. That's my motto. I enjoy my food. I enjoy going out for food. And I enjoy lots of it, mate. And I like sweet stuff as well. I've got a proper sweet tooth. Give me a cookie any day. Any of my clients watching this will know that it is something I am very keen on is cookies. So, the benefits of a meal plan, cut out all the guesswork. Yeah, I know exactly what I'm eating every day. I don't have to sit on MyFitnessPal trying to create meals, wasting time. I know that the foods I'm eating digest well because I eat them every single day. Nothing changes. I even eat them at the same times. So yeah, it assures that all my macros I hit daily, bang on. There's no guesswork. I'm not fitting in different things, changing measurements here and there. And obviously, a big thing for me is causing no digestive issues. Right, I'm a bodybuilder. I want to absorb all my food. Well, even if you're not a bodybuilder, you don't want digestive issues. Yeah. So if you're suffering from bloated, cramping, gassiness, acid reflux, that is not a good thing, and it's something you should definitely be looking into if you're currently following a meal plan, definitely, or eating certain foods that don't agree with you, because that is your body telling you this does not agree with you. So a meal plan obviously is going to take some finding out what is good for you, volume wise, food choice wise, and that you actually enjoy. Right, you've got to enjoy it. You can't just have chicken and rice for 6 meals. That is, I like food, but that's boring. I don't want chicken and rice. So I have a very, very varied diet still. Even I stick to a meal plan. So I have loads of different protein sources: chicken, mince, salmon, eggs. What else do I have? Yogurt, 0% fat yogurt. And carb sources are all different: oats, cream of rice, potato, sourdough, jasmine rice, cream of rice. I think I've already said that. So, and then different vegetables and different fruits. Okay, so I do get a very varied diet. Why is that so hard to say? Very varied diet, but I hit the same stuff every day. Training days are exactly the same. Rest days are exactly the same. Now, again, for me, in a performance-based business, I want to make sure that my training sessions are absolutely bang on. So eating the same pre-workout meal is going to guarantee that I've had the same amount of carbs around the training window. So super important. If you're a bit more lifestyle, not going to be as important. But yeah, it massively removes my food focus as well. Like I used to be someone who would sit on sit on MyFitnessPal, and I'm sitting there like a little freak trying to get as much volume out of every single meal. Got to get gherkins, veg, you name it, just building up this volume, courgette, oats, trying to add all this like extra stuff in, sweeteners and stuff. And all it did really was definitely cause me digestive issues, but two, my food focus was so high. Walking to the shops, I know what I need now. I can go into Aldi or wherever, bang, 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 get my stuff in and out. I know exactly what I'm eating. And it's simple, easy stuff. So, there are obviously some cons of this. It's pretty restrictive, right? Now, I'm not stupid. I can swap things out as I need. Like if I want to go for a Nando's, I can chuck a Nando's in. If I want to swap chicken for cod or potato for pasta, whatever, I can do that. I'm not stupid. If you're someone who's just following a meal plan and doesn't have that knowledge, it's going to be super restrictive. It's also repetitive. Are you going to want to eat the same foods every single day? For some people, that's one way ticket to not sticking to your plan. So sustainability wise, for a few people, I think you're going to struggle. It's typically good for people that are like bodybuilders, photo shoot prep, or an athlete, really. I would say they're the biggest benefits. Like all my clients that I've got doing photo shoots or competing, they're on a meal plan because I don't want them mucking around with all different types of foods, different times, and getting digestive issues. If you've got a bodybuilding show, on the week before your show, you don't want to be changing any food sources, right? We want to know what has been working and stick to that. So next one is macro tracking. Now, a lot less restrictive. I used to macro track. Again, I just hit my targets for today. So say, for instance, I had 240 protein, 400 carbs, 50 fats. Right, that's what I'm going to fit in through the day. I used to split it over 3 meals, 4 meals, 5 meals. This is where it got a little bit confusing, is because each day I was eating different stuff. Obviously I eat very similar stuff. But again, I was looking for stuff in the shops. I was trying to find what can I fit in, or can I try this different cereal or whatever. And it become a little bit like time wasting for me. I don't have much spare time. I don't want to spend it creating meals that are potentially going to actually cause me digestive issues and maybe not benefit me, like getting my fat sources from not as healthy fat sources, for instance. Like you don't just want to eat saturated fats all day. I still want to get my almond butters in, my dark chocolates, my eggs, my salmon. And I found that when you're macro tracking, you can be a bit, just experimental, which again is great, right? So if you've got a family life, macro tracking is the one. Like if you're not a bodybuilder and you live that life where you just want to macro track, still hit your goals, pretty much the same macros every day, macro tracking is absolutely perfect for that. So it's like really good if you're just a lifestyle person. Yeah, like you can still go and eat out because again, you can fit that in your macros. You can track in all different things. If you get free dinners at work, you could almost track that in. Do you know what I mean? It fits around general life much better, macro tracking. And obviously it will feel less restrictive. So if you're someone who doesn't want to feel very restricted, this is going to be great for you. And again, going to make it much more sustainable for you to keep the physique you want, but also stay healthy. So it's easy to fit into your family life. And yeah, like I say, much better for just being a normal person, as we say. The cons, it can drive up food focus. Like I say, when you're creating meals and you're spending time thinking about what you're going to eat, that is causing you to, like I say, if you're someone like me, I'm very greedy. I'm always thinking, what can I have? Or can I fit this in? And just fitting in things that are probably not ideal. I want to try it. So yeah. What else have we got here? So digestive issues, again, I did probably suffer with more digestive issues than I'd like to say when I was macro tracking, and I kind of just put up with it. I'd eat something and you'd be like, I've got really bad acid reflux, or something else that's caused bloatedness. And when you're trying to track things like body weight, sleep, whatever, it's going to make a difference to those things. Yeah, you might sleep worse. Again, meal timings will probably be off as well. If you're having some days 3 huge meals and then some other days 5 smaller meals, you've got no consistency there. So it's just a little bit harder to track. So intuitive eating is difficult, I would say. I would actually say you've got to be pretty, skilled, or you've got to kind of know what you're doing with your food to be able to intuitively eat, still progress in the gym. If that's a goal of yours, you're going to have to be super careful because you're not going to be hitting your macros bang on, especially if you're not weighing it. Like if you're having if you're intuitively eating and not weighing it, what's the chances of you totally missing your protein target for the day, or not hitting your carbs, or really low fat some days, like really high others? That's intuitive eating. I think would be quite difficult for most people to, like I say, to carry on progressing with your gym routine and also getting the physique you want. Obviously low restriction. So you can, if someone says come round for dinner, you're like, sweet, I'll have that. That's no issue. Or if you fancy something one night, you can cook it. No bother. But you've got to have discipline in terms of, like, you need to know if you've eaten a very high calorific meal that you are going to definitely not carry on overeating, because it's so easy to overeat, and not even realize you wouldn't have to be greedy. You eat quite a low volume, high calorie dense meal. It's going to bang your calories up and you still feel quite hungry. Like if you had a big bowl of granola that you've not weighed, the chances are you're going to eat a big old 1,200 calorie meal potentially. And I'd still be absolutely starving after that. So to intuitively eat after that and not give in to my hunger and cravings would be difficult. But yeah, easy to fit into everyday life. That's about as easy as it gets. But yeah, not ideal if you're in a performance-based, or you've got a high level goal, or even just a physique that you want to achieve. Intuitive eating is just not going to get you to that. I think you'd struggle to get there. I think you'd probably have to have tracked for years to have a good idea of how to do that. I feel like now I could intuitively still lose weight, not probably get stage lean, but I could get very lean. But I could also increase my food by just knowing the measurements and stuff. So yeah, that's my take on it. And there is no right or wrong answer, by the way. There's many ways to skin a cat. I think it probably depends on what stage of your life, of your journey you're in, to which one of those would suit you more. I would love to intuitive eat, but I just at this point in my life, I do not need that around me, because my intuitive eating would be cookies, and some more cookies, and just sweet stuff all day. So yeah, it would not benefit me at the moment. Probably never. I'm probably gonna have to macro track forever. But yeah, like I say, don't deep it. There's no right or wrong answers. If you're currently worrying that you're doing it wrong, don't try to not deep it too much. Nutrition needs to be enjoyable and fun as well. That's, you're going to stick to that so much better if you're enjoying what you're doing. And I think restrictiveness, unless you've chosen it, like I say, if you've set yourself a big goal, you're going to have to be fairly restricted. If it is just to maintain, enjoy life, feel good, have some weeks where you're a bit higher, have some weeks where you're a bit lower, macro tracking and intuitive eating is definitely the way forward for you. So yeah, let me know in the comments if there's any other topics you'd like me to cover. I've got some things I'm going to go over that I've planned, but yeah, I'd rather hear back from everyone. But I thought this would be a good one because I got clients on all of this, not on intuitive eating. We've either got macro tracking or meal plans. And I do think meal plans, unless you've actually properly stuck to one, are so much better than you think. They sound really restrictive, but if you've got a good meal plan, like most of my clients, they will follow one of the meal plans, because I give them multiple choices, but they will follow one because they found one that they like. And I think they love it. I think they've got a varied diet. It's easy to prep. It feels like hardly any restriction, no digestive issues. We can bring body weight up and down with ease because we know how it works. So yeah, honestly, I think for me, meal plan at the moment, especially at this point in my life, and for a lot of my clients, is the way forward. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you on the next one.